saying that I am a half Filipina, half Japanese. When I was 3 years old, um, my entire family went here in the Philippines. But then things happened and my parents broke up and my father left me here in the Philippines. And I grew up here. Growing up, it was really, really hard. You're gonna hear some daddy issues here. It was really, really hard growing up with my mom alone. Um, I had to work at a young age in order to finish school. I have to seek one scholarship to another just to finish school. I even experienced cleaning library, science laboratories just to send myself to school. And there were really a lot of tough times. And I must say, there were moments when I tell the universe, is my life going to be better if I had a dad? If I had a father who could provide for my family, who could send me to school, and I didn't have to do all these things alone and feel so poor. And then so that's what I actually wanted. I always wish that my father fought to have our family together, or maybe at the very least, I hope my father fought to be with me. So, moving forward, so I grew up with these daddy issues, and one day I decided to go to National Children's Hospital and celebrate my birthday there. So, I went to the Pedia Onco ward. When you see Pedia Onco ward, it's a ward inside the hospital wherein there are pediatric cancer patients. What do we mean by that? Yes, guys, there are children who get cancer. So, so I went there in the National Children's Hospital, spent my 22nd birthday there, and that was 2015, August 2015. And then I met a lot of kids. I was able to talk to their parents, learn about their struggle, their financial, emotional, psychological struggles, given that this particular kid has cancer. And I've witnessed myself how parents, how fathers, mothers really fight for the lives of their kids with cancer. And then it came to a point where I was really breaking down because, wow, these parents are actually fighting for the lives of their kids every day. They want to extend the lives of their kids only if they could, but they can't. Because the parents of children with cancer confined in the National Children's Hospital are nannies, construction workers, laundry shop staff, vendors, street vendors, and if your child has cancer, you should have 50,000 minimum for a chemotherapy. If you're a construction worker, if you are a tricycle driver, if you are a nanny, you will not earn 50,000 monthly. I have a full-time job, but fuck, I don't get 50,000 monthly. So how much more if we will ask the parents of children with cancer? So when I had this idea, when I saw these parents really fighting every day just to, and exhausting themselves every day just to make their children live another day, I promised myself, if these parents are fighting for the lives of their kids, I want to help them. Because that's one thing which I wanted for myself, for a father to actually fight to be with me. And I never experienced that. And instead of spending the rest of my life having this kind of daddy issue, of actually wishing that a dad could fight for me, or wishing that someday maybe my dad will look for me and find me. Instead of wasting my time in this wishful thinking, why not I spend my time doing something that is worth it, which is helping the parents of children with cancer fight for the lives of their children. And so I did. When, yes, I spent my birthday with my friends at the National Children's Hospital. I gave them food packs, I gave them hygiene kits. We had a lot of fun. And little did I know that a simple celebration would lead me to starting an organization helping children with cancer. And it was the most life-changing decision I ever made. And now we're 3 years. We're helping in the medical treatment of children with cancer. We're a think tank of different fundraising projects just to help them in chemotherapy, milk boxes, even food, even transportation fee from their house to the hospital. We give them that. And we've helped in our 3 years as an organization. We've already helped hundreds of children with cancer. One of them is Kimberly Opon. She's a child with leukemia. It's the same, I'm not sure if you guys know Francis Magalona, the one who died from leukemia. The same leukemia of Francis Magalona is what Kim has. It's a very aggressive kind of leukemia. It's not a leukemia where you can just be easily healed from. It's a leukemia that's very aggressive. And just imagine, the leukemia that killed an adult is the same leukemia that a kid suffers from. And so I met Kim. She's a very, very sweet child, actually. When she sees me visiting at the hospital, she will get her dextrose, get up from bed, and she will run to the corridors of the hospital just to hug me. And I remember when I was talking to her mom last year, January 2017, we were chatting about Kim. She mentioned na, hey, Ate Mots, Kim will celebrate her birthday soon. Then I asked when. She said, January 22. Guys, you know what? Kim has the same birthday as my Japanese dad. And I was like, oh, really? Okay, I'll go to the hospital, I'll bring her a cake. And so January 22 came, I went to the hospital, I bought her a cake, and then she was really, really ecstatic. I've never seen a kid so happy just seeing a cake. And then for 23 years, for the first time, I was singing the happy birthday song not to the wind, but to an actual human being, a child with cancer. And you know what? When I saw Kim, I was very, very happy looking at her. She may not be my Japanese father, but at that precise moment, seeing her so ecstatic to blow a cake, I was like, this is more than enough for me. And you know what? That moment I was able to take a photo. I'll show you now. This is Kim. She has leukemia, 7 years old. So this is the birthday cake I bought her. And she was really, really, really happy when she saw the cake. And I took a photo of it, and now I printed it to show you guys. And then, sorry, this is more than 5 minutes. I'm so sorry. And then, fast forward to August 20. This was taken January 2017. Fast forward to August 2017. It's my birthday again. After 4 years of working, I was able to save up money for me to be able to go to Japan. And I said to myself, I'm gonna look for my father. You know what? If you will secure a visa for Japan, you have to give an itinerary. I literally have no plan. I just copied the itinerary of my office mate and then, bahala na. Like, I just submitted it, then I got my visa, and then I went to Japan with no itinerary at all. And then, mid-flight, it was beautiful. It was a perfect time to go to Japan. The flight time that I got, it was sunset. So, mid-flight, I witnessed a sunset. And then, I said a little prayer, a short prayer. I said, I mentioned all the names of the children with cancer I've helped for the past 2 years. I mentioned all their names and said, so I mentioned the names and then, can you tell God to grant Ate Mots one birthday wish? Please tell God that she really, really, really wants to see her father again. And that will be more than enough. Everyone, I went to Nagoya, I went to Osaka, I went to Kobe, and last stop was in Okinawa. Guys, after 22 fucking years of having dad issues, I found my father again. Without hiring an investigator, without hiring anyone, I was able to find my father again after 22 years. And you know what? At that precise moment, I felt my kids hurt me. All the children with cancer who already died that I have helped, they heard my prayer when I was in that airplane going to Japan. They heard me. And I found my father again after 22 years. I wasn't mad. I wasn't shouting at him, blaming him for all the hardships I've been through for the past 22 years. The moment I saw him, I know it was him. I hugged him and said, I missed you. Finally, I'm home. And then, I saw my father again, and then going back to why I'm here tonight. It's true this when you give that you receive the most and learn about who you really are. When I started Cancer Advance Philippines, when I started helping children with cancer, all I wanted was to help. It wasn't like, hey, I'm gonna start this organization because I'm pretty sure I will get whatever I ask from above. No. I did not give with strings attached. There was just so much love inside me that I wanted to let it out, and I didn't know, never in my wildest dreams did I imagine that I would have an organization helping children with cancer. No one from my family has cancer. I just spent one birthday in a hospital ward, and then I met children with cancer. I heard about their stories and just realized I needed to help. And I hope for everyone here tonight, hearing me tonight, you will never regret being kind. 22 years, everyone. 22 years. In my head, maybe my father has already died. But then I took that one chance of going to Japan and looked for my father, and I did. Everyone, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be preachy here, but there is a God, a great God, I'm telling you. There is someone out there orchestrating everything. Only if you put yourself out there, give yourself out there, and you will receive the biggest blessing ever. That is if you give without strings attached. Without expecting really anything. Just be pure about giving. And I went back to the Philippines, did the same thing, helping children with cancer. And the past 22 years, all the hardships I've been through, 3 years running the organization, I don't know how all those things happened. But only one thing is making sense to me now. And that is, maybe the reason why I am a founder of an organization helping children with cancer, because surely there will be some children who would die and who would turn angels. And these angels will become my direct access to heaven in order to tell God that, hey, I want something, but I'm not asking it from you. But there are actually people who know what I want, and they were the ones who told God about what I want in my life. And actually yesterday, Kim died. Days before this story, Nights Manila, seriously, I don't have a speech in mind. I don't have any idea of what to tell you. Until this happened yesterday, and I just felt that this is a story you should know. That we spend our lives doing a lot of shit, a lot of things. Because we're so sure about the time that we have. We're sure about getting up the next day because we're okay. We are healthy. But these kids are fighting, are always uncertain every day they wake up. Hey, am I gonna still wake up tomorrow? Am I still gonna see my mom, my dad? Will I be able to go to school again? Am I gonna be cancer-free tomorrow? These are the questions they need to answer every day. And yet, what are the questions that are hunting us every time we wake up? Oh, hey, how many emails do I have today? Do I have to read today? Oh, will it be traffic? Should I go to work earlier than usual? Oh, I think I have an appointment somewhere in Makati. I should not ditch it. Everyone, these are the things that we're thinking about, and yet these kids, they're always afraid about their lives. If they're gonna wake up tomorrow, and yet here we are, thinking about shallow questions in our lives. Not that I'm judging everyone here or I'm judging myself, but maybe we just want to knock some sense into you that you have this one life, if you can dedicate your life into giving to others, maybe paying for the jeepney fare of the one seated next to you, or maybe paying for the McDo meal of the one next in line, or handing out your last piece of donut to a street child. Whatever kindness you could put forth, go give it. Because one day, believe me, one day, everything will go back to you 100 times full. 1,000,000 times full. And at this point, I just wanna let you guys know that, you know what, I never knew what Kim wished here. But I do believe that what she wished here has something to do with why I am here tonight telling you her story. And may, once you go out of that door, you will never be the same person again. I'll end here. Thank you so much.
How can we help your